Awesome. Yes. Then the JB Weld goes right here on this whole thing, and on the silver thing. I'm going to put it on those things to seal it. Just have to mix it with this. See it? Yeah, there we go. I've done this the last time with the other one. That's what the other one has. That's JB Weld. So this to turn gray. More gray to it. That's how you seal the connections. Okay. That seals the thing inside. Is doing that because the water doesn't get into this. I know what I'm doing. This way. All that JB Weld is going to glue that. I'm going to make sure this is really sealed. He's got a waterproof connection, that's what I'm doing. The phone stuff will go in there soon. Come on, what to do. Then we'll do okay, now we have to do the rest of it. We put down grill glue on the last. This is how I did the last time. Is do it fast. Get out of the way. That will work if we seal it up right now. I'll have to put a brick on to hold it down. That's the way we're going to do it. I like the way I did this. This should be okay. It's not going to slide off. If you put something on it, it'll be okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a brick on it later, something to hold it. It'll keep it from sliding off. But it's better to do nothing. That's what we'll do it, like that. Like that. Then we'll seal the pipe. Okay, now let's touch some more stuff. You want to put JB Weld to make the compound better. It'll be okay. It's not going to fall off. The only thing I'm doing is this is the most thing you have to seal. If you put glue, This is what the important thing is, keep the water out of it. That's what you got to do. It'll work. Eventually I'll have to put some more there. That's how you're going to make the beam antenna this way. A lot more than that, but we'll have to get that little hole when you seal it. That's what I'm trying to do. Once you build a compound around each other, be okay. I did this the last time with one of these, but this is it's the same way I did this. Instead, the connector didn't have the bolt on it. When my first antenna I made, the dipole version, the one out in the yard you've seen laying on my videos, that's how I did that a year ago. I think it was last year in 2020. I did it last August. You don't want this to bust on you because these things, especially this kind of JB Weld. I did it in the middle during the summer and kept it inside my house for all winter. During this year and last year. When is that time? Trying to make that little JB Weld happen. So well, you got to seal this connection, but then you put Gorilla Glue on it last when it dries. So I'm doing that right now. You have to mix this. This is the quick stuff. I had the old original stuff. The original stuff takes 24 hours. This will take a couple hours to dry. But it'll be fine. It holds up to like 25 pounds. It should be able to hold on a lightweight when I'm doing. Gotta mix it. And you take this up like this. I used to use toothpicks, popsicle sticks. Oh, you don't get it on the threads, you're okay. That's what you want to do. You seal that, don't get water in it, but the Gorilla Glue will work. Don't get it on the threads. Well, you don't get that on the threads, you're okay. Threads where you make the connection happen. Do smooth it out. Build more confidence in that hole. The hole will dry up pretty fast. That keeps the water out, trust me. It will do it that way. It keeps all that weather stuff out of the thing. When this dries out, I'll put another layer on a little later. You guys know how the whole idea works now. This will be fine, but I'll put another layer on top of that. Then you throw Gorilla Glue on it last. Gorilla Glue acts like a smooth sealer. This is more like it starts to coat on the, it's like two-way sealers. But the Gorilla Glue actually will seal it out like for waterproof. You waterproof the JB Weld so it doesn't rot in the sun. That's what I did my first when I duct taped it. Eventually I'll duct tape this when I hook this up. Little crack right there. You gotta make sure you seal all this stuff out. You gotta make sure you know what you're doing. The Gorilla Glue will seal it out really good once you do it. Oh shoot, no that's it. No, it's not inside the pipe thing. That's what you want. You want a smooth coat, no holes in it, water to keep out. But it's well worth to do this. Trust me, it is well worth it. This is going to lay on top of the beam. That's what I'm going to do. It should hold the weight less on this. The one I made JB Weld, it's held up very well for a long time. And it's sealed with Gorilla Glue and silver tape on it, grill tape and all that stuff. This actually will work. Once you get this done, it'll be okay. There's nothing dripping in there, it's good. That out of the way. Yeah, right. I'm gonna let this dry for a while, but this gives you an idea how this will work. Then you throw this stuff on top of this stuff last. Then it'll be alright. Just gotta make sure that gap feels sealed. The holes, I'm looking at the gaps. But it will work. When you connect it there, as long as it's not on the threads. Threads are right up on the top of that. Okay, so this will give you an idea. I think it's already sealed already. See, this part will hold it off. That's why I did that. So I'll tell you all that out there. Hope you guys learned this. This JB Weld technique will work for all your antennas, even for beams. But as long as it connects in this, it'll be okay. It'll seal it up like a connector, trust me. It'll harden up. And that's what a lot of guys have not done, but I know some guys did some JB Weld, what he did on his, and it works. But the pipe, these antennas will, the pipes will go on both sides. When I do this, I have to probably tie it with some strings. Well, how I'm going to do with this with a string, you stretch it out, you tie it to a pole, Then you put this on a string and trim down the length. That's what you do. So, just want to give you this video. I know it's been 21 minutes. You have a good week this week. Just to give you an idea of the JB Weld. But you throw this on it, pretty quite lasts for it. When it dries for a while, that's what you do. You gotta know how the whole idea will work. You just put the Gorilla Glue around this thing when it dries up. When this dries up, use this, you put it around it. But before you do that, make sure you have something that will, to get something to keep it from getting the glue inside. What I will do for something like this kind of base, I get some bunch of cardboard or just newspaper to cover this up, to cover up this metal thing. So it actually will do that to make sure that will happen. And that's how it will happen. So make sure you get like newspaper to cover those up, this metal thing, so you don't want to get it all over the place. So that's what you do when you put the Gorilla Glue on it. It'll hold it up like a sealer. That's what it does. But this is like a sealer. That's why I seal those connections. And that's what Motor Junkie used Gorilla Glue on a lot of his antennas. What he does, and probably JB Weld. This kind of JB Weld stuff you can get. It's called JB Weld Quickly. You find at Walmart, World, any store will have this. There's actually two different types. You can get the one with the original one or the quick dryer. This one is a quick dryer, will do it. Usually you can get it around anywhere you can get. And make sure you have a bunch of toothpicks or popsicle sticks will work. And have a good week this week. Catch you later, and I'll show you some more video of this thing when I get it all set up, when I get a chance. So I'll be back a little bit later. This is Foxman 362 World Radio.